Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Tausken and Deadzerg on New Gettysburg, the latter edition. In the bottom right side of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is Tausken from Rival Gaming. And in the bottom right side of the map, we have the blue Protoss player. It is Deadzerg. Alright, so a PVT here on New Gettysburg. I might have said that Tausken was in the bottom right, but no, he's in the bottom left. And our Protoss is, in fact, in the bottom right. It's a two-player map. I know it looks huge, but you can't spawn up here or up here. It'd be a crazy small natural with a giant ramp on both sides. Impossible to wall off and defend, so this is definitely the only way that you can spawn is in the bottom left or in the bottom right. Looks like a Rax first out of Tausken, a gateway coming from Deadzerg as well. This is a GM level StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void game sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com. If you too are a GM player or know someone who is, feel free to send me your replays. I will go ahead and give you a shout out on Twitter. I'll go ahead and rep your organization as well, your clan. I can link to your Twitch stream if you stream on Twitch. Always put those in the description as well. So you know, you want to get famous, you want to help out this StarCraft 2 community, then shoot them over to me, and I will be sure to cast them. At least, you know, for the near future, for sure. Barracks completing here for Tausken. Is it going to be a Reaper? No, it's a Marine. Oh, it had a great name, too. A great name. Ready to go for Tausken. All right, that's fine. We will hold off on that name until next time. Those of you who are submitting Reaper names, thank you. Again, getting a little bit long on that list name, so unless you have a fantastic name, maybe hold off for a little bit if you wouldn't mind. All right, Marine comes out. Stutter step action from Tausken. No, Deadzerg gets out of there with the probe. A little too smart for that one. Here comes an SCV along the bottom side of the map. There's the expansion port of that one Rax expand. Not a Reaper expand, but a Marine expand. Wants to have that Marine out. Getting a reactor here too. Again, I think this is just a response stemming from Adept openings from Protoss. A couple Marines, not very good against an Adept, but you have 4 or 5 of them, and suddenly the Adept is in a lot of trouble. Factory coming up for Tausken as well, and indeed it is going to be an Adept opening out of Deadzerg. The question is, defensive Adept or aggressive Adept? Recognizing that early Marine basically tells him the Marine count is going to be fairly high by the time my Adept gets there. Maybe I'll play defense with this one. Are you supply blocked? Oh, Tausken! Supply blocked! Oh no! Just cancels the Marines, lifts the barracks up, decides he's going to build a tech lab instead. That supply depot was a ways away from being completed. Ah, that hurts, man. That hurts. He forgot his supply depot. Alright, can't do that. That's going to come back to bite him for sure. Robotics facility on the way for Deadzerg. Command center just now completing for Tausken. Second base done. Do I not have any sound with that? Sometimes the sound is glitchy. I can hear these ones. Right, mules are exploding, stuff's lifting off. I don't know. Here comes the Adept, though. Deadzerg is not afraid. Can he get in? No, that's a wall. That is a full wall. There's the cancel on the psionic transfer. Does see the factory with the reactor on it, telling him, Hellions! Hellions are imminent. Run, Adept. Run. Run. I know you do extra damage versus light, which are Hellions, but they do extra damage versus you as well. What's the range on this? 5 range on the Hellions and 4 range on the Deadzerg Adepts. So feasibly, Hellions could kill an infinite number of Adepts, except Psionic Transfer is really good. So that's not going to happen. Going to throw down a pylon to shut down the shortest distance between both bases. This little narrow strip. Ka-ching! Hellions have such a hard time with this. They're terrible against buildings. And although Tausken is using defensive Hellions. No. Hellions are not for defense. Although Banshees with Cloak are definitely not for defense either. So maybe he's just trying to hold on to these 2 bases long enough to get the Banshee with Cloak out. Then he'll start murdering some stuff down here at Deadzerg's main. Does he have an observer? He does have an observer. Usually the first thing Protoss players make out of this robotics facility is an observer. He actually has 2. Yeah, it doesn't hurt. Even if you don't know your opponent is going for Cloak Banshee, which he doesn't, or he didn't, but he does now. Because the observer just flew in. Perfect scout. Sees the tech lab. Okay, sees the tech lab is upgrading something. Gonna be that cloak stuff. Missile turret takes out the observer, unfortunately. And the Hellions running around trying to do things. They couldn't get through this narrow path, as this Banshee is not going to be bothered by the pylon there. Cloak just about to complete 76, or 67 out of 79 rather. Hellions holding map control. They can't really get up there. Unfortunately, there are stalkers here. There's photon overcharge. Preemptive photon overcharge there, interestingly enough. Banshee Photon Overcharge coming up, and no, you can't cloak. There's an observer. Oh, Tausken thought he was safe. Thought he was safe. Thought he could cloak and get past there, but nope. No, there was an observer present. Hellions trying to burn down this pylon. Can't even get all of its shields down before their stalkers come to shoo them away. Oh, Hellions, you're not doing very well. I need you to kill some things. Another cloak banshee here by Tausken. He made 2, but now he realizes there are observers on the field. There are stalkers on the field. There are photon overcharges available on the field. I don't know. I don't know about the situation that I find myself in. Third base on the way for Tausken. There it is right here at the front. Double refinery just completing now at the natural base as well. And a third nexus has completed for the Deadzerg. So Stalker's coming up to defend it. Income tab is 40 to 50 in favor of the Protoss player. That's nothing really too interesting. Usually Chrono Boost is good at getting those workers out fast as long as the Protoss stays on top of it. And it seems like Deadzerg's pretty good at doing that, making 3 probes at a time to this very minute here at the 6-minute mark. Another factory on the way. Is Tausken? That's a factory. That's a factory. That's a factory. Is he kind of meching it here a little bit? He's got Hellions. He's got Banshees. He's got Widow Mines. You know what? I'd say he is. Does he have only the 1 barracks? Yeah, he's got the 1 barracks. He's meching. Oh, Tausken. I don't know. I don't know if that's the greatest decision to make. You're kind of behind in this game fairly substantially. It's 35 to 39 army supply, 46 to 61 worker supply. I like the tanks. The tanks are fantastic against stalkers, which is what Deadzerg has here. But that robotics bay is about 50% complete. And maybe we could see Colossus. Colossus might be fine here. I mean, against the Hellions, anyway. Adept drop here inside the main base. 3 Adepts. Trying to kill as many SCVs as they can, but Tausken doing a good job pulling them away. Tank fire inside the main does chase the Adepts back into the Warp Prism, and the Warp Prism decides it is time to go on home. Time to go home. Infernal Pre-Igniter on the way for Tausken, the coolest name of all the upgrades in StarCraft 2. Hellbat Transformation on the way here, or Hellbat, where is this thing? Where's our armory? I am so blind when it comes to these things. There it is. There it is, and there's the Hellbat. All right, here he is. Hanging out with the other Hellions. Hey guys, he says, I'm upgraded and tanky and stuff, and I do more damage. Is that 18 versus... Yeah, more damage overall for Hellbats. They're just slower. And they are tankier, I think, as well, which is why they are preferred. Here comes some Stalkers. Widow Mine reveals itself by sending that little target thing out, and Deadzerg backs off appropriately. Observer comes in to see what we're dealing with, and the answer is mech. That is a meching Terran, ladies and gentlemen. Ghost Academy coming in as well. Interesting choice. So maybe some EMPs. Ooh, good dodge. Good blink dodge by Deadzerg, dodging that that Widow Mine shot. Maybe some EMPs in conjunction with this mech. That could be interesting. Widow Mine gets taken down by range from the Stalkers. Double Stargate coming in for Deadzerg as well. What is he doing with double Stargate? What would be good for double Stargate against this? Void Ray, maybe? I mean, anything really, because none of the stuff shoots up, I suppose, is what we're dealing with. Zealot legs, +1 ground weapons, and mortals coming in as well, and a lot of zealots from Deadzerg. I don't know, man. These Hellbats are super dangerous against light units. 30 damage versus light. And zealots are those light units. Couple cannons coming in as well. I don't know. I guess maybe you're worried about Banshees coming in. You did scout the Banshees. Banshee count fairly high, actually. Oh, maybe Hyperflight Rotors is in our future. Fleet Beacon. Is Deadzerg going carrier against this meching Terran? He very well could be. Or maybe just Tempest. Nah, Tempest are bad. Tempest are bad. Deadzerg is too good to use Tempest. I could be wrong about that, but I get the feeling he's too good to use the Tempest. Auto turret takes out an observer. Nicely done. Raven with the mix, scouting that observer out. Again, nothing can attack air, so auto turret has to do the job with its like 8-second total life. It is carrier. Deadzerg rocking 3-port carrier off of 4 bases against a meching Terran. Wow. Yes, I'm on board with this decision. Ghost coming out for Tausken, though. Those EMPs could be problematic. Stalker group needs to run. They can't deal with this. They can't handle this at all. Yeah, I mean, they got some parting shots off on the Raven, but doesn't even kill the Raven. Banshees chasing. Cloak Banshees nonetheless. Blink, run. Run, Deadzerg. You can't handle this. Especially not with the tanks on the ground here. Any upgrades on these guys yet? No, Tausken is going for the mech without the upgrade strategy. which seems like it is a little bit deficient in certain ways, but whatevs. Whatevs at this point. Stalkers firing on all counts. Zealots on top of the Hellbats, doing better than I expected here, but tank fire on top of these Stalkers, ripping them apart. Immortals, however, evening up the odds just a little bit, but unfortunately the Banshees are great against Immortals, and the Immortal count is now down to a grand total of 0. So everything on the ground died, the tanks are gone, but the Banshees are still alive, and that's bad news for these Zealots. Forward pylon gets taken down. Boop, boop. Here comes some more Hellions along the way as well. This 4th base by Deadzerg might be in trouble. 5th base as well, actually. So Banshee's just cleaning house, man. Some Stalkers, replacement Stalkers come in, blink stalkering, trying to take them out, getting one of them. But that's about it. These Hellbats need to transfer Hellions and run, but they're too slow. The transformation is too slow, and they escape. Ghost running away as well. Is this the Nova skin? Hey, Ghost, where are you at? Can't tell. Cannot tell. I think it might be, though. Might be. Well, here... Oh, it is. Because that's Girl Nova. That is Girl Ghost. Alright, so triple pumping carriers right now is Deadzerg. He already has 3. He's working on 3 more. He's getting +1 air weapons just about to complete. I don't think Tausken has any idea this is coming his way. Let's take a look at his information. Nope, he doesn't know about any of the starports. He does not know about the carriers. They have sat inside the main base of Deadzerg. These are going to be surprise carriers. And you can do this against a Terran that's meching because it takes him a while to get up a large enough army to really threaten you. Yes, they expand a lot, but they can't have a huge army at like 6 minutes. It's just not going to happen. So you can tech up the carriers if you want. I'm not sure this is the super effective idea here, but you know what? It's going to work out, I think, in the long run, especially because none of this stuff can shoot up. Banshees, tanks, Hellions, Hellbats, Tausken refusing. Okay, he's got a couple Liberators on the way. And a Viking. Did he scout those carriers now? Or are the carriers here? Nope, no carriers yet. Where's the scan? No, he still doesn't know. He still doesn't know. He thinks Deadzerg is running around with Immortal Stalker Zealot, which is definitely not the case. Come on, you're 12 minutes in. You can't assume the Protoss player only has that tech. There's got to be something else. There's got to be something which is being hidden. Sensor towers, missile turrets being thrown down here at the North Zelnaga Watchtower. He's sieging in here, entrenching himself here at this North Zelnaga Watchtower, sending out the Banshee hit squad. I am surprised he doesn't have hyperflight rotors with the number of Banshees that he has. Really great upgrade. Makes them so fast. Oh, sneaky 5th base by Deadzerg getting cleared out. No defense here whatsoever. Probes getting massacred. Army coming in, though. Here come the carriers. Walking right into the tank fire of the Stalkers. Zealots getting melted alive, but the carriers cleaning everything else out here. Banshees doing a great job against this ground army, but that's it. Anti-air is a missile turret against this many carriers with +1 attack. Retreat! Sound the retreat, says Tausken. Get out of there, man. Yep, carriers untouched. Nothing has really bothered them whatsoever. Trying to make some Vikings here as Tausken, but only one at a time. And Liberators. I don't think Liberators are your best choice at the moment. 4th base here in the middle bottom. Tausken is getting massacred. Carriers doing release interceptor type things to try to burn down as many of these units as they can. The Vikings falling. Liberators falling as well. Point defense drone trying to save things. Can the carriers take out this planetary fortress before they run out, before the timer expires? Does it show me what the timer is? It does not. Trying to out-repair the DPS of these interceptors. Kind of can do it. Can they save the planetary fortress? No, they retreat. They run. They run. Banshee, dead. Refineries, dead here as well. They finally expire. That refinery is going to burn down, though. 15, 13. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Refinery gone. Apparently there was an adept drop here, but I don't know that much actually happened. 18 workers killed by Deadzerg. So maybe there, maybe more here, I would say. Anyway, Deadzerg is up 170, 183 to 146 total supply. Carrier count is at 11. He's making one more, making interceptors. He's got a whole ton of Psionic Storm in those Templar beneath this army too. Yep, the Storm Carrier combination, pretty great. It was somewhat used back in the Bird War days. Not really that popular at all in Legacy of the Void. And here it comes. Here we go. Storm available. EMP toss down. Yeah, great EMP. The Ghost died, unfortunately, and here we go. The great pushing of the carriers. Did he release interceptors up there? He did. Why would you do that? That was not a great place to release interceptors. Oh, well, that's okay. And that's it. Tausken is defeated. Deadzerg is victorious. And Protoss gets the win today. Well done, indeed, by Deadzerg. Again, recognizing the early mech on the Terran, going for carrier, basically saying, I don't think you're going to have a lot of Vikings in that composition, Tausken, and he didn't. And he didn't, and it cost him, and that was the game. I feel like, what could he have traded in? He could have traded in some of those tanks, which weren't super useful, just for a big old cloud of Vikings, but even then, that's a lot of carrier. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of them. 10 carriers in the sky. I think they had... Did they have +1 attack? They had +1. Do they have +2 as well? Where's my cyber core? Where my cyber core is at. There it is. No, didn't have +2. Wasn't even working on it really. But yeah, carrier is great in some very specific positions, and this happens to be one of those. So good job by Deadzerg, and that's it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /FalconPaladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself. Patrons! Nicholas Cheek, Sean Govin, Nick Riley, Josh Cornelius, Jin, Robert Farmer, KN, Matt Meermans, Hakon Marcus, Christopher, Alex Coffey, Ben Raboyne, 19 Day, Kith Carlo, Alexander Canaris, Complex, Ian Westbrook, Michael McIntosh, Sam Estagoy, Bo Brissett, Kale Anderson, Trevor Smith, Medhadin, GMP, Sik Kupata, Pedro Batsaris, Michael Wellen, Plaid, Henry Cooper, Clayton Knight, Jan Kodera, Kevin Chang, Rajiv Bhatt, link at the top right. Thank you. Bye.